We are live on Saturday night for some RHRL. This one's an important one. It's an elimination race. After tonight, the 12 current drivers still with a shot for a title will be shrunk to the field of 8. Right now, the only driver that is safe at the moment due to winning last week is Asylum's. So the 16 is already locked in. Expect more drivers to clinch here throughout the beginning portion of this race, including the 6, the 51, the 31, and even the 99. Keep an eye on those guys. So we'll see if any of them can punch their tickets in early. I will go on ahead and put this onto Discord really quick. So let me go on ahead and take care of this. Okay. Okay. Looks like Dark Abyss will be here as well, so that is good news. So I'm going to go on ahead and do that. Alright. So this should be on Discord now. There we go. And then I will go on ahead and share this in the general chat, I think. Let me see. There we go. Cup Garage. Alright, so again, let's update everybody on the current situation as it stands. So right now, Asylum's locked in due to winning at Michigan. Don't worry about the 16 tonight. He's looking just to get another win in the books. Cowboys, the second seed, 3,112. He's 50 above the cut line. We're going to talk about that cut line here throughout the entirety of the night. Yoshi Racing, the third seed, 3,109. He currently rests 47 points above. Again, like the 6, expect the 51 to clinch very early tonight. Sammy Boy and Lyle Chat, 4th and 5th in the chase grid. Sammy Boy 30 above, Lyle 26 above. Stiff for the Biff in the 44, the 6th seed. He is 21 above. And then here's where it gets interesting. The 12, originally driven by Don Polo, he is out tonight. However, he does have a sub for him. Kobe, who usually drives the 22 or the 2, depending on what weeks. He will be driving the 12 this week as a sub for Don Polo. The sub rule finally coming into effect for the driver of the 12. He hasn't really missed a race this season, so he is finally using it here to help him try and advance on to the next round. Right now, he rests 12 points above. Nasformer currently holding the final spot to advance 10 points above over the 50 of CCDN. He is out tonight, so don't expect the 50 car to advance to the next round after having such a great start to the playoffs. The 38 of Bauman, he is here tonight, 15 below 8th place. So Bauman needs a good race tonight if he wants to move on. Material Zero nearly in a must-win, 27 back. And then the 66, Trippy Tricks, a.k.a. the defending champ, he will not be moving on. So he will not be able to go back-to-back in titles this season. Again, Dark Abyss should be joining me here very shortly. And we will go on ahead and discuss the lineup as they're getting ready to get this started. So we'll get this done very quickly. Row 1, Cowboys in the 6, and Nasformer in 2nd. 3 straight weeks that these two drivers specifically hold the front row, 1 and 2 respectively. Yoshi Racing and Yee in the 22, they are 3rd and 4th. Again, Yoshi, one of those guys expecting to clinch in the first half of the race tonight. Row 3, Sammy Boy, who lost in a thriller last Saturday night in a close finish to the 16. He looks to rebound, starting in 5th. And then Kobe, driving the 12 tonight, starts 6th. We'll watch him throughout the race. Ducky and Stein, row 4, 7th and 8th. 9th and 10th, Stiff for the Biff and Bauman. Bauman needs to have a big night tonight. He starts 10th with his chances of moving on in jeopardy. Asylums and Material Zero, row 6. Again, Asylum's already locked in. Row 7, Lyle Chat in the 99, Dolly Dragster starting in 14th. And then row 8, Glixen in the 2, and K. Harvick fan rounding out the field, driving the 21. So that is the starting grid. And it looks like the lobby has started, so we can go on ahead and hop on in. And now, finally joining me here is Dark Abyss. Abyss, make sure you have your mic on. Abyss. Alright, I'll give him a second. So, they should be in their lobby right now, getting ready to do their pace laps. Again, we've had lobby issues throughout the last few weeks. Usually takes us about 2 or 3 attempts to get fully started, so hopefully this one won't take as long. I'll go on ahead and make my picks really quick for tonight. I'm not going to make it really obvious here, because, you know, that's kind of what it feels like it's been the last couple weeks. So, my primary pick, I am actually going to pick Nasformer as my dark horse. Hasn't won yet this season. Needs a big race tonight. I think he gets it done with a good finish. Okay. And I think he advances. And then my primary pick for tonight, I am actually going to go on ahead and say Yoshi Racing. Starts in 3rd. And another thing with Yoshi tonight, he's driving a different car number. Usually we see him drive the 15 or the 51. Tonight he's driving the 34. Alright, so looks like Abyss has got his mic working, so.
I am.
Alright, Abyss, who do you got for your picks tonight?
Well, first of all, we got some breaking news. Alright, you ready to hear this big monumental news?
Mm-hmm.
Next season, the main driver starting for Overkill Motorsports, signed a couple days ago, is Dark Abyss. I will be joining Overkill Motorsports next season, people. I'm leaving the booth and I'm going back racing.
Well, speaking of racing, here they go through the restart zone. The Espork 200 is underway. Here in Dover, 200 laps. Finally getting started. Again, lap counter provided by the driver, 16 on Twitch. As stage 1 will consist of 37 laps, race overall 200. So big news already coming out from Abyss. He'll be leaving me here on my own, and he will be joining these drivers on the track next season.
And I can't wait. But let me now go back to my pick as we see them go down to turn 1, up to turn 2 in the back stretch here. I'm gonna pick the man that won Bristol, kind of a bigger racetrack to this. You can't really put 2 and 2 together. But I'm gonna go with Sammy Boy. The 31 came close last week, locked himself in, got inched out by his team owner by mere inches. People, I'm gonna go with him. And then the Blast, I'm gonna bring out the 22. I'm a big 22 fan. Hopefully he can bring it home as my sleeper pick.
All right, so Sammy Boy and EE Dark Abyss's picks. My picks for Yoshi Racing and Nasformer. Sammy hits the wall, stacks everybody up. Here comes the 7. Not driven by Legend Johnson anymore this season. Legend won at Homestead. Said he was done for the remainder of this season. So now we're seeing, not on my screen, drive to 7. Again, a couple notable changes here is K. Harvick fan. There he is. It looks like he has an incident. He suffered a lot of damage just now. It looks like he is having a lot of issues right now. Again, a lot to keep an eye on tonight. Again, we've already talked about the driver of the 12, Don Polo, being out. He has his substitute rule in effect, so he still gets full points But currently Kobe in the 12 behind the wheel tonight, hoping that maybe it will be enough for Don Polo to advance on to the next round.
Well, Don Polo does have a buffer, so he can allow the sub to have a little bit of an unperforming race. He just needs to bring that car home clean, and maybe with the top 10 to finish, he will advance. That's if I do my math correctly. Because I think Don Polo has a 10-plus lead on the cut line, if I'm not wrong.
Don Polo has a 17-point gap over Bauman. I would say 12 over the 50, but the 50's not here tonight. Nasformer, the last guy.
12 just needs. Billis just needs the 12 to survive, not make any trouble, and just coast his way through these 200 laps.
One of the guys that wants to change the outcome of the playoff grid is the 38 of Bauman. We're on board with him. Bauman currently in the top 10, towards the back half of it, trying to get into the top 5. Currently off to a decent start, but he needs to be better. Currently in 7th.
To be fair, I will give Bauman this. He's had a good stretch of races. He's been up front. He's been contending. He just hasn't got the finishes that he wants, and that's really been hurting this round. I think most of the finishes outside the top 10 in both races, he needs to find some luck here at Dover. And the Monster Mile is not the place for luck, so it's going to be an interesting race for Bauman.
Material Zero, the other guy below the cut line here tonight, racing in 11th. Material basically in a must-win scenario. He is plus 25 back from the cut line. In other words, he's more than 25 points back. He's actually 27 back from the 3. So a lot of work needs to be done for the 77, as he's currently just outside the top 10. As looks like we have a couple cars already in pit road. The 21 of K. Harvard fan already out of the race, so that's going to be a guaranteed extra point for those playoff guys. The 7 car also in pit road, of not on my screen. Don't know if he also DNF'd or not, but if that's the case, the field's dwindling fast.
And for it, that's Dover is not the place for every driver. This place will snap at you in the back. So those two, not sure what happened to them, but they're going to be out for the race and just in cruise mode. But right now, I'm going to go back up to the front of this field, and I'm just going to look between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, all within a little bow here, while the leader of the 6 continues to pull away here. This is a little interesting battle for 2nd.
In a battle for 7th now forming. Bauman, Asylums, Kobe in the 12, and Stein. Again, the 12 car needs points tonight. Same can be said with the 3. Right now, the 3 car definitely living up to the situation. Currently in 3rd, started 2nd after a 3rd straight week of qualifying on the front row with the 6. He's trying to get by the 34 of Yoshi. Might have a chance to do so here, as the 34 has an awkward turn 2.
Looks like he's going to go on to 2nd. Yoshi's going to drop to the back of the pack behind Yee there. Oh, now he's going to do a crossover. Yoshi trying to stay in, he's not at the back of this pack. Will get at least fell back to 5th. Looks like it. For 5th.
Right now, Cowboys already checked out from the field. Cowboys not really in any dangerous situations at the moment. Currently the number 2 seed should clinch by the end of the first stage. Just looking to get more stage wins and race wins. Get those playoff points going into the next round. Again, that next round will not start next weekend. That will start in 2 weeks with Talladega. So, unpredictable start for the round of 8 for those who make it.
Which is, I think, is going to be a great race, especially if we get some side-by-side action. We thought Daytona was chaotic. Talladega is going to get more crazy because these guys know how to drive, and they know how to go 2 and even 3 wide at Talladega. It's going to be great to see how that happens. I'm looking at this battle for 7th here. Bauman is kind of dropped to the back of this pack. Looks like the 16, the 12, and the 9 all passed Bauman there.
Yeah, another point there for the 12. Again, 12 car not necessarily racing the 38 right now. The only way the points matter for the 12 is if the 38 or the 77 is leading the race. In that scenario, the 12 car would have to try and battle the 3 in the points, or even the 44 if he has a bad race. Right now, Stiff for the Biff doing a good job running in 6, about to jump into the top 5 here as Yoshi and the 22 are battling right now for that 4th spot.
Yes, indeed. As right now, the top 2 and 3 are starting to pull away from them. Now it's pretty much the 6 all by himself, the 3 Sammy Boy with themselves, and then the 22, the 38, the 40, 43, 34 people. My numbers ain't coming to me right now. And it looks like the 44 all kind of with themselves right now. We're getting a little bit more spread out as the run keeps going on.
Right now, the 16 and the 12, talk about them. Looks like they're catching up to that group of 3 up ahead of them. Stein right behind. Baumann has actually faded away from that group, running in 10th. He's the last guy currently to get points, but that's not going to be enough. He's actually going to lose points to that cut line. It could come to a scenario where Baumann would actually have to win if this keeps going on. Again, very early in this one, just started. We're going to get a lap counter here at the line. So we're going to go back on board with Cowboys. See what happens here. Currently have 14 to go. Fuel window should be around 13 to 15 laps remaining. So everyone's going to be borderline.
And the real question in this first stage is, if it goes completely green, who has a long run car? Who's not going to get loose coming off of turn 2 and turn 4? Because that's where you're really going to lose all or gain all your time, is if you can keep that car straight off the corner and keep the momentum. Like Cowboy seems like he has a good car, just chilling up there. Looks like the 3 has a good car. That 31 has a good car. That 22 looks like they could all have some good long range cars. And right now, as I'm looking, looks like maybe Baumann does not have the long-range car that he truly needs to compete today. Today, a lot of cars that need a long-run car don't have them.
Yeah, biggest movers so far. Stiff for the 5th has gained 3 spots. Started in the 9th spot. He has moved up to 6th. Asylums has moved up 4. Started 11th. He has jumped up to 7th. And those are the big movers. Biggest droppers include the 7, who started 7th. He will finish 15th. Doesn't look like anyone else has had a major drop-off in terms of where they've started. So, again, so far good starts for the 44 in the 16. Again, the 44, he can't really play this one safe either. One bad stage for him and one good stage for the 3 and 12 could put him in a much more complex situation. As he goes up on the track.
I've been watching this battle for a second, and I'm watching this angle. He's entering a half a car length high and letting the momentum of him carrying that in there, and he's making some good times in turns 1 and 2. But then the 3 kind of does the same thing in turns 3 and 4, as they're actually catching Cowboy.
Dolly Dragster out of pit road. He was unable to make it on fuel. Running in 14th as Cowboys gets passed by Nasformer. And looks like Naz is going to pit this time.
To pit road.
And Cowboys still struggling.
I think Cowboys are trying to save it. I don't think they can make it.
Cowboys now getting passed by Stiff. Everyone's trying to avoid one another here.
I don't think they can make it because I don't know why the 3 would pit if they could barely make it. But now, Sammy Boy up front, Cowboy dropped heavy. I think that's Cowboy to pit road. No, it's not. That's
now the thing is,
44.
Whoever can make it to the end of the stage is going to have a good advantage. Not only would they be guaranteed points, but they could trap some guys a lap down here.
Like right now, the 3, you're at least going to go 2 laps down from no matter where you are on the track. From the leader, you're going to go 2 laps down. So that means the 3 is going to go 2 laps down. The 44 looks like it pit that time. Is going to go 2 laps down. Stein, I did know Stein. That was the 44. I don't think Stein is pitted. Yep, 44. The Biff just hit pit road now. I mean, his pit box.
And I'm
so
noticing
this is going to be interesting to follow.
One bubble driver still out there is the 12. Wonder if the 12 car has enough to make it. This would be big for Don Polo. 12 car running in 4th, looking for 3rd now. And it looks like he's going to clear him. So the 12 car continuing to climb up. If he can make it, Don Polo would be very satisfied with this Stage 1 result.
This is going to be very interesting how it plays out. Sammy Boy still in the lead. Took the lead from the 3. Surprising the 3 couldn't make it because Sammy Boy was right behind him. Can Sammy make it if the 3 couldn't? That's the 12, I think, pitting 12, and that's the 12.
Nope, 12 car not pitting. Looks like
22 cars pitting.
Yeah, yeet. We have 3 to go, and I'm hearing that the 16 is unable to make it. 16 car, one of the guys did not pit yet.
He's going to have to pit this time by.
Looks like he's going to try and risk it. I think here's the thing, though. If you're less than a lap short, I would actually stay out. Even if you run out of fuel, you're guaranteed stage points. As there goes the 16, the 12 car gets by.
These are going to be great points for the 12 here. Great points as the 31. I think he's going to make it. No, wait.
16's
I think he's
out.
going to make it. The third. I think they got one more lap.
Flag.
Yep.
Asylum's slow. He just crossed the finish line. He's in 4th still.
Question is, can the 12 and 31 make it on fuel?
Going through 3 and 4, Material Zero trying to not get lapped. And he's got to get walled.
Puts him in the wall.
Sammy Boy. Looks like he's going to win the first stage. Actually, no, Asylums will not get lapped. Gonna get a full rundown here, but Asylums will stay on the lead lap. That's big for him. He's currently 9th. So, looks like only 10 people will be on the lead lap.
Biggest winner, that is, well, if I can speak English, people, I'm sorry. Was the 12 there, getting 9 points above more to his cut line. That is huge for Don Polo.
Free pass, Material Zero, 1 lap down. So important drivers getting tracked. Cowboys in the 6, Naz in the 3, Bombin in the 38, Stiff in the 44. That is big. I'll go on ahead and update the points really quick. But a big swing for the 12.
Big swing.
I'm confused here. What
think
in
the lobby
hell
broke.
are we watching?
I think the lobby just
What the
broke.
hell is this? Okay, here's
well,
what
this is the backwards. We're going backwards,
Here's
people.
what we're gonna do. You stay in the lobby. I'm gonna back out, and you invite me. All right? You haven't left yet, have you?
No.
Okay.
Are they racing?
Hang on. Yeah, they are. Yeah, just stay in there. Send me another invite. Alright, we'll see if this works. If it does, I'll re-invite you. I'll continue to update this really quick. Okay, looks like it worked. All right, I'll re-invite you.
Alright. I don't know what
That
we
was
just
weird.
talking about. Gotta let my game crash.
Alright, so update on the current situation for those of you still needing an update on the points. Cowboys still the second seed, 3,119. He has officially locked himself in. We talked about him potentially getting in by the end of the first stage. He did just that. So the 6 is alright. Yoshi Racing has also locked himself in. So 3 drivers already locked in. 2 more drivers with a scenario to lock themselves in stage 2, including Sammy Boy and Lyle. They're right there about the clinch. We have a tie for 6 in the points between Stiff and Don Polo. So the 12 car went from being near the cutoff to nearly getting out of it now, tied for the 6th seed. Nasformer not getting stage points keeps him in 8th. 15 points still above Bauman. The 50 car who's not here still 10 above. Material Zero gaining 1 stage point puts him 26 back from the 3. That will put the 77 in a scenario where he has to win. There's no mathematical way for him to catch up unless there's a penalty.
All right. We're loading.
And big development here. We talked about the lag. The 31, I believe, has been bitten by the connection bug. So Sammy Boy, who won the first stage in pit road, looks like he is done for the day.
That is
I wonder
huge
if he lagged out or if he thought that he was clinched in.
I'm gonna guess. I think he lagged out.
Well, either way, we're gonna use this as a camera perspective. So, sorry, Sammy, I'm gonna borrow your perspective here for some of this race. So, we'll keep an eye on that. This Cowboys up in front, followed by Yoshi. Not on my screen. Lyle Chat found his way into the top 5 and 4th, and then the 12 of Kobe in 5th. 12 car having a remarkable run. We talked with Don Polo last week after having a good run at Michigan, and he said he felt confident about the person that would be subbing for him tonight. And so far, that statement holds true.
So is Cowboy
does
leader or
hit
is
the
it
wall.
Yoshi?
Cowboys is currently leading. Yoshi's in 2nd. He's in the 34.
Okay. Just making sure that I'm not lost.
Let's see. Oh, you can actually have a interview with a DNF driver. Go on ahead and actually do that really quick. We don't get too many opportunities to do this. So we'll go on ahead and do that. We'll try and get the driver.
Do you want me to go?
in here.
I got him. Where's the bugger? Why not have you?
Asylum's in the 16, currently running in 5th, getting by the 12 after hitting the wall. You see Stein in the 7th spot. Again, not everyone's on the lead lap, unfortunately. Here's some
Okay,
of these
now
guys
I'm
back
focused
here.
in here. So again, interesting development. The 30, I believe the 31 can still make it in on points even with the stage win, the DNF. He should still be technically good. He had a pretty good buffer. But right now, let's look at now the new it's different right now. Yoshi looks like he has a car that can contend with the 6. Looks like the 7 has a contender. The 99 has a contender. A lot of new faces up front here.
Yeah, speaking of the 99, there he goes to the inside for third. He's going to complete the pass. So Lyle Chat back into the top 3. Had a good run at Michigan last week, got a top 5. Looking to continue his good stretch of finishes. As while this battle for third commences here, Abyss, I will actually let you interview the 31 of Sammy Boy.
All right, from the lag out sensor, people, we have a live feed. Mr. Samuel, you got a copy, my friend?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
So we saw you had a great car in stage 1. Tell us what you thought could have happened if you didn't get to lag out here.
Oh, I feel like if I didn't lag out, I would have 100% had a shot to win. I mean, Dover is, with the Gen 7s, it's always been a fuel mileage race. And everyone knows that's been around here a while. I'm basically the fuel mileage merchant of RHRL. So I feel like I would have probably had a really strong shot to win it, depending on how the strategy fell. But even without that, I was running top 5. I had a really strong car. I feel like I probably could have made a move for second past my teammate. NASFOR won the 3, but I just wasn't. I didn't need to pass him. He was worse off on points than I was. I didn't really want to go for it. I was pocketing fuel anyways. I feel like we had a pretty strong piece and could have gone for the win today.
Now, talk to us about that stage 1 there. We were a little caught off guard by how many people that could not make it, like the 6, the 16. How early did you start fuel saving? Because we thought everyone could make it to the end there.
I started fuel saving relatively early into the run. I was maybe about maybe about 5-10 laps into the stint when I realized, oh shoot, we're burning fuel at a rapid rate. I better start pocketing some gas now before it bites me in the long run. And you'll see the 6 Cowboys, you guys saw it last stage. He didn't realize until about 10 to go that he needed to save fuel, and you saw him back off behind the 3 and the 3 obviously peeled off. But yeah, if you don't catch it in time, you're basically screwed. I caught it in time, and yeah, everyone that I was talking to, they're all saying, oh, I'm short. I'm looking at my fuel gauge. That was 2 laps to the go. I was like, man, we're home free. But yeah, I should be good on points, though, I'm pretty sure. So, strong day. Good luck to the rest of you guys.
You heard it here first, people. My pick to win the race. Lags out at the end of stage 1.
It's all good. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, I should make the next round. I did some quick maths, talking to people in the party. I should be okay on points with my stage win. I only really saved fuel for the playoff point. I was fine on points, but yeah, rough day. It's all right. We'll be back next week. Stronger and better than.
Leave you some good news. It has been announced on stream that I am returning to the Cup Series for Overkill Motorsports. I can't wait to see you next year.
I can't wait to see you on track, brother.
Well, there you heard it, the driver, the 31, currently the 4th seed. I do want to update his situation, so if no one new wins, the 31 should be okay. He is 45 points above the 38. However, there is still a very, very slim chance he could be eliminated on points depending on where the 3 finishes and how many points he gets at this stage. Right now, that doesn't look very good, so if that is the case, expect the 31 to clinch in by the end of stage 2, even with the lag out. So, he had a couple things happen during the interview. Dolly Dragster went down pit road. He's not had a good race. He is multiple laps down, currently around that 13th place range. And we might have a good battle for second brewing here very shortly. Yoshi has not been able to pull away from, not on my screen, in his little group of cars that's following right behind him. So expect a good battle here coming up shortly. As Asylum.
But now,
Don Polo.
do we have to order up fuel?
Looks like everyone will have to make a pit stop. Yes.
Okay, so then we have to worry about that. They can kind of race fully here. That means the 16 or the 6 car can get a comfortable gap in pit. But right now, that 7 car is looking very impressive. This is, again, the last time the 7 car was in victory lane was Leslie Johnson with that amazing aggressive move on the last lap. And now with Not On My Screen having a great run here, that 7 car has had some great talent in it this season.
Yeah, just as a reminder, we have about 50 laps to go in Stage 2, and everyone has around 9 to 10 laps of fuel, so expect maybe 1 or 2 stops in this stage. So a lot of pit stop action will be going on, as that group from second on back is just way too much. So we'll see how that goes. Update on the 3, currently with the 22. 3 car should be in the free pass position. Currently not in a spot to get stage points. So right now, the 3 car of Naz Farmer, he is just hoping that the 12, the 38, or the 77 doesn't win. Mainly the latter 2. Material Zero is on the lead lap, by the way, so that upset can still
I hope
happen.
this little pack here kind of disperses, because I don't want to pit within a pack at this type of track, because the pit road's very, very, very narrow. The way they have to go through pit road's very narrow, and you just don't want to get rammed from behind and get a penalty. So like, I don't know how you're going to do this, because a lot of people are going to pit on the same lap.
Silence tried to take a peek there against the 7. Last time on the front stretch, wasn't able to stay next to him. Expect the 6 car to possibly pit before this group. We saw throughout the last couple of weeks that Cowboys has tended to rely on pit strategy to help him out, including Homestead and Michigan. Homestead, of course, it benefited him, ended up getting him a top 5. Michigan, unfortunately, was not the same.
Again, he is the regular season champion. He did have some success in the regular season, having finished top 5 or top 10 in every single race that in the offseason. He has consistency, just hasn't been there in the playoff as Cowboy. The pit road.
Yoshi follows. Yoshi hits the wall.
As well.
Yoshi
that
hit
leaves
the
to 7.
inside wall entering pit road, so that might be some damage he has to repair. So now this next group should be pitting here very shortly, led by Not On My Screen.
7
there
to
goes
pit
the
road,
99, the 7 in, the 9 of Stein.
That will handle it over to Asylum's second place.
Oh,
is the 12.
99 hit the 7, the 7's around! And the 7 didn't get registered in pit road, he hits the barriers! Not On My
and that
Screen
is why,
gets an assist.
That
That
is
might
why
have
you don't want
costed
to
him
pit
a
with the
penalty
group.
as well. That might have been a race killer for the 7.
And that is why you don't want to pit with a group of people, because that could happen. Did I not just say that could happen?
Yep, you were right.
Huge
12
hit for
car,
the
though, is in with the 16. Looks like these two had a good entry.
Actually, looks like the 12 beat the 16 into pit road. Unless they got a lap past each other before that. I didn't see that.
No, looks like, yeah, they looks like they put it together. So the 12 car getting that extra spot last second. Just going to make sure here with the 7. Make sure he didn't get that penalty, but I believe he might have to wait an extra 15 seconds. No, he's out. 7 cars out of pit road. That will cost him time with the contact at the least. Maybe a couple to few seconds. Don't know if that damage is going to register for the 7. If it does, he will have to potentially repair that soon, because it looks like he's got a lot of front end damage.
But hopefully he picks on that cycle of pit stops. But if I'm not wrong, Cowboy back to the race lead with an even bigger lead than he had before.
12:44 side by side.
Well, had a great pit stop, it looks like it. Much better pit stop than Asylum, because the 12 gapped Asylums. Interesting. The 12 having another great stage in stage 2. This if Billis is watching, he's cheering on that 12, and the 12 is, I believe, second place, if I'm not wrong. Second or third.
Yeah, the 12 should be in the second spot.
Actually, no, Yoshi
Nope. Yeah,
should be ahead
Yoshi's
of
in
him,
the second
so-
spot, followed by the 12. Again, Yoshi, my primary pick tonight, off to a great start. 12 and the 44, however, the big winners around the cut line, especially the 12. Right behind them, Nasformer. He is currently the first car 1 lap down. As Dolly Dragster has come to a complete stop, exiting 2. And this is where the consequences come in for the 7. He was up there in that big group. Now he has the 6 car behind him, getting ready to lap him. And that's something that Nasformer does not want to see.
It does not, because he's been battling this entire time to stay the first car 1 lap down with the 7 with that contact. And again, people, I called it. I told you don't want to pit with people around you. And that's why you don't want to be the one that gets the bad finger. And that's what the 7 did. They had to pit that time. It just didn't work out the 7's favor. Now he's about to go lap down. But the good news is the 7 is going to be the first car 1 lap down.
And that's if the 7 does get lapped. He's putting up a good fight right now, even with the damage.
Which, since he's
Other
fighting,
car
I'm going to guess
running 1 lap down is right behind the 3. That is the 22 of Yee. Bauman in the 38, also 1 lap down. Right behind that group. Again, not the performance Bauman was hoping for.
But again, we still have to notify that Bauman has had some good races. He just needs to have some good finishes. Tonight, I think he could find a way to have maybe some race drama. He might find himself in the right place at the right time, but right now it looks like it's going to be a long run day, meaning he needs to find a way to fix that car.
Yoshi is struggling off of turn 2 every single time throughout the last few laps. He has lost time to this second group. He hit the wall, I believe, last time around and got very loose off of the turn. So the 34 car just trying to hang on because he's about to get consumed by that group led by the 12.
Well, the car does feel different when you do pit from green flag pit stop. When you come off pit road, it does drive a little differently, I feel like it. So that might be it. Yoshi might not be a green flag car. It might be a caution pit car. And to go from the green, that just might be the way his car is driving. But right now, that 12 car's looking and seeing I might get another spot here. 2 second place finishes in the stage. That would be great for the 12.
Update on the 6. He still has not lapped the 7. Cowboys is riding his own race right now. We'll get a lap update here next time by. Material 0 in the 77. Still monitor his situation. He is still on the lead lap again in a must-win scenario. He's in the top 10. Currently ahead of drivers like Stein and Lyle. Currently trying to get by Glickson into 2. By the way, that battle is for 5th. So the 77 is moving on up through the field.
But does he have the speed to challenge the 6? That's been the car to beat all day. It was the 31 for a minute, and now the 31's gone. Now 6 is pretty much the most dominant car of the day. You need to have a car to battle the 6. And I don't think, unless it's going to be some green flag, some restarts, people, I don't think that 77 has what he needs to win, so it's going to be interesting. Can he pull some strategy? And I hope that 77 can in Material 0.
By the way, just to give a little update on how far back this group is, 5th and 6th place, they are on the backstretch. Cowboys has already crossed the finish line. He's now in turn 3, so 5th on back is over a half a lap down. So we could see maybe even 5 cars stay on the lead lap at the pace where this is going at the end of the stage.
But again, I'm watching the 6, and he just said to the 7, if you need to run faster than me, go ahead. I got a gap. I don't need to push you a lap down. He's just cruising. I think he's realized the situation he's in. He wants to get another one. He only had 1 or 2 win season. He wants a third or a second. So right now, Cowboy is going to cruise. He doesn't need to push the 7 situation.
Battle for second, getting ready to commence. 34 and 12. The 12 car is pulled away from that pack, and he has actually caught the 34 on his own.
That is impressive. Again, Yoshi just might not have realized how different the car is going to drive. This is the first real pit stop we've had of the day. So it's just interesting how better the 12 is on this really long run we got. That's going to be a great talking point. Can the 12 be a challenger for the 6? Could the 12 get a win here at Dover? That would be an amazing victory to talk about. As the 12 looks under Yoshi into turn 3, he clears the 12 to the lead, to second place. Yoshi back to third.
Update on some of the other cars that is not in the top 3. Currently, Nasformer in the 3 car. Looks like he is the first car still 1 lap down. We have cars in pit road once again for the new round of pit cycles. As Stiff is in. Stiff is not on the lead lap. He has a good car. He's just trapped the lap down. As right now, the 6 still trying to catch the 7. The 16 finally getting by the lap down car at the 22. And then this battle for 5th back here is Nasformer's in pit road. The 2 still in that 5th spot. Stein in the 9 is up to that 6th spot, but Serial 0 down to 7th. Now about to get passed by Lyle. So Material losing pace here.
Right now it is just cruise control for a lot of these drivers. Make it to the next pit stops. Then let's see the damage we can do. But I want to see what this 12 car can do, because on this long run, he's proved he's better than the 34. Is he a little bit faster than the 6? I don't know. I can't really tell at this point in time. But right now, I can't really see this battle between the 12 and the 6.
Stiff out of pit road just ahead of the 6, so he won't go multiple laps down off of this cycle. Stays ahead of the 7. That isn't poor position. Again, the thing that makes this round of pit stops a little bit more interesting is that it may not be the last round of pit road cycles for some of these drivers. Right now, the leader is heading to 20 to go. So it'll be borderline for some of these drivers if they can make it on fuel. Again, we did talk about the pit window earlier. So let me check on that.
I think it was like 34, 35 laps.
Oh, okay. Fuel's 41. They're on ×2 tonight. So they should be all right. You have one more car down pit road for the final time to stage. That is the 77.
Well, right now, the 6 is kind of caught back up to the 77. That's bad news for the 3. Because the 3 needs the 7 to stay on the lead lap here to get that wave around.
6 car expected to pit here very shortly. At least within the next 12 laps, the 6 car could be going down pit road. That's the max amount of laps these guys have left who have not pitted. Here's the gap between 2nd and 3rd. 12 car hasn't really pulled away from Yoshi. However, he's able to maintain the spot. Asylums is right behind these 2, just ahead of the 22. As Lyle getting by the 77 there. Not poor position.
And a driver that's close behind the side of the 22. Is the 22 a lap down?
Yes.
So then the 20, is he 1 lap down?
I believe so, yeah. The 22 is 1 lap down.
So then the 22 got past the 3, meaning the 22 is now in the lucky dog position.
Yeah, Naz Farmer did go down pit road. The 22, however, has not made his pit stop. We do have a good battle, though, for position here with Stein and Glixen. Should be around that 5th place range. Yep, that is actually for 5th place. They are actually around 12 seconds back from Asylums as we have another car going down pit road. That looks to be the 38. And Dolly Dragster has officially backed out, so another spot secured for those still in the race. So everyone's still active, guaranteed a top 13 finish.
Looks like that battle might be over. Looks like Stein's starting to pull away there. The battle that I was watching was from the 99 to 77. Looks like they're getting a little heavy off of turn 2 there, but I think that kind of settled itself out. Maybe, but they're still close together.
That shouldn't be for position. I don't think the 99 has made a stop yet. 77 has. Meanwhile, the 7 car still fighting for his life. The 6 car right behind him. He hasn't really pulled away from the 6. The 6 car hasn't really gotten much closer to the 7. They've been running very identical times. I think at this point it's just cooperation between these two. 6 car willing to help out the 7. 7 car not really slowing down the 6.
Because you got to think the 7's going to fight. The 6 doesn't need to fight 7. The 7 needs to fight the 6 to stay a lap.
Yoshi down pit
on the
road.
lead lap. That's going to be that's a great idea right there for Yoshi to go down pit road. Get
Here
a lap
comes
ahead of
Cowboys.
the 12. Cowboys to pit road. That's coming on a lap the 7 if he doesn't come down pit road the next time by. As I think the 12 is going to take over the lead here. He's tased another lap out.
So the 12 car of Kobe in front. 16 car also stays
Yoshi
out.
spun off pit road. He was silent. He was around.
Yoshi in the grass. That's going to be a little bit of lost time. 12 car stays out again. Same with the 16. So a little mistake for the 34. Let's see how much it's going to cost him. I wouldn't imagine that's going to cost him a lap.
It's going to cost him about at least 5 seconds.
Yeah, it should. 16 car coming in this time.
12 stays out. Another lap. Guess who's on the lead? Guess who's
Lyle
now one lap
Stein,
down? The
Glixen,
3.
The 7 in. Good chunk of cars
12.
taking that pit road entry this time. Looks like the 12 car should be following suit.
Yeah,
And he does.
Yep, here he goes. Coming in this time.
Again, the 12
That's
car
gonna
doing an excellent job saving enough fuel to be one of the last cars to enter in pit road. Something we've seen throughout the entirety of this race. So the 12 car is in the best situation of everyone so far in terms of fuel and tires. Of course, this won't matter for the remainder of the stage, but maybe we'll see something in stage 3.
The Cowboys can get one lap back that time. This next time by, I believe he'll take over the lead because I don't think Cowboys lead yet.
So we'll get an update here on the official status of who's leading once the 12 exits. Should be the 6. There he is on the front stretch. The 7 car still in front of him. And there it is. Cowboys back in front.
Really? The 7 held position. You don't see that much on a short pitting strategy, right? They usually, the short pitting does take.
Is going to hang on to second, but Asylum's actually gained a little bit of time on the 12. Don't think he's going to catch up in time, though. As the 12 just ahead of another car.
Glixen, the 2,
Yeah,
challenging for
Glixen.
third, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Glixen was on the lead lap. Now he's a lap down. Material 0. Big situation for him. He has gone a lap down. He's actually the first car 1 lap down. So if Material 0 can get that free pass, he will still be in contention.
But you know who this hurts even more? That's the 3 car. He's been trying to get the lap back all stage 2, has not gotten it back. It's going to be even harder for him to get this lap back.
There'll be 4 to go at the line. Lap 75 of 78 in stage 2. Last chance for these guys to get stage points. As a couple extra cars up ahead, it looks like one of them is the 99, who is on the lead lap. The other car up ahead is stiff for the Biff. I believe the 44 is also maybe on the lead lap. We'll have to wait and see for confirmation there in just a couple of minutes, as we're down to 3 to go. Right now, not on my screen, putting up a good fight against the 6. Going to stay on the lead lap to 2 to go in the stage.
Which, if he's truly outrunning Cowboy, that just tells you the speed of that 7 car is. Meaning he could be the one challenging for our Cowboys right now. That is, this battle is huge to see if he can put his rival at least one lap down and now having to fight with the entire pack to get back up to top.
There we go, white flag in stage 2. Cowboys 1 lap away from getting this stage win. 7 cars just trying to hang on for a few more moments. Going down the backstretch. And it looks like the 7 will stay on the lead lap as Cowboys is going to win stage 2. And the free pass is going to be the 77.
Another huge
The 12
winner.
in second, Asylum's in third. Rounding out the top 5, Yoshi Racing in the 34, Lyle in the 99, who we just saw ahead of the leader in 5th. So we may only have 6 cars on the lead lap going into the final stage.
And again, biggest winner of the day, the man that's driving the 12, Don Polo. You can sleep a little bit sounder. That 12 car just continues what he's doing. It's basically a done deal. That 12 is going on to the next round.
We'll go on ahead and update the points really quick. This stuff in. The 44 did not get stage points, so that will put the 12 car up to the 6th seed. Nasformer gets a pair of points, 2 points for 9th. The 38 no stage points, Material Zero gets 4, and most importantly, his lap back. So updates on drivers that have clinched. That will include the 31 of Sammy Boy, the 99 of Lyle Chat, and big one here, the 12 car has officially locked himself in.
So then, Billis, you can sleep happy tonight that you got the greatest man to sub for you tonight. Got the job done. 2 second place finishes in stage 1 and 2. An aggressive, great restart by the 12 there, trying to get a good run on the outside here. He's still there, gonna try to fight, but here comes Asylum to the inside as Cowboy gets clear. Cowboy leads this lap, start of stage number 3.
Drivers still not safe, excluding those already below the cut line in the 38 and the 77. The 3 of Nasformer and the 44 of Stiff for the Biff. Right now the 44 has a 9-point gap over the 3. So if the 38 or 77 somehow pull off the upset, one of those 2 will be in danger of being eliminated. But right now the 3 car, the last guy in, as that 3 car currently in the lucky dog position. He's actually getting by drivers on the lead lap, including the 34.
He's had a fast car. He was up there in stage 1. He just pitted, and he is yet to be back on the lead lap. As right now, as I'm seeing, the Asylum's having a great charge at the start of stage number 3 and looking to try to get and maybe pass the Cowboy. That has really yet to be seen when he's been trying. Because the only time he got past the lead today is when he tried to save the field too late, a little bit too late.
Close call towards mid-pack. A couple cars almost lost control. It's Material Zero gets by the 7. That is for 6. So the 77 trying to move up through the field as much as he's able to. He's got 5th place up ahead in the 99.
Ooh, Nasformer and Yoshi, a little contact on the back straightaway.
Stiff for the Biff, right behind the 3. I don't think this is for position, unfortunately. I think the 44 is multiple laps down. I could be wrong. But the 44 was not scored in the top 10, so he may be 2 laps down.
As right now, it looks like the 12 charging back up to try to challenge for a silence. As Charles is trying to charge up, looks like he's hitting the apron there, getting too loose or too tight in the corners, riding up, not having the great run off the corner like he needs to as Yoshi returns to 4th.
12 car in 3rd. Again, only 6 drivers are on the lead lap. One of those being the 77 in a must-win scenario. He's looking to get around the 38 of Bauman. This is
Bauman not having a good race, been struggling all day long, and he continues to struggle. At least 1 lap down.
7 car right behind the 99. I did say there were 6 cars on the lead lap. There's actually 7. This is the battle for 5th right now. 7 cars proven to be a lot faster than what we had expected. Able to hang on to the lead lap. As car around, that's Stiff!
44.
Stiff took a shot. Bauman's involved. Caution's out.
Huge incidents off the turn, going into turn 1 there. I'm not
and
sure what happened.
the 3, I think, got passed by the 22. Yes, free pass to the 22 of Yee.
The night of the 3 continues to get worse.
Stein was also on the lead lap, apparently, in the 9. So there was actually 8 cars on the lead lap. Now add the 22 to the list. So 9 cars on the lead lap. Nasformer, the first car 1 lap down in 10th. Stiff for the Biff is confirmed to be only 1 lap down.
Green flag back out. Great start from the 16. Great start on the outside line. He's going to charge into turn 1 with the lead. Trying to hold down the 6. Not going to be good. He's going to handle it over to the 16. Trying to charge back on the inside. The 6 is going to block the inside. Great move by Cowboy. As it looks like they're going to hold position for 1 through 3.
So update on how Stein actually got his lap back. He took the wave around at the end of stage 2. So that's how the 9 car got put back on the lead lap.
Hey, he took a gamble and he got the caution needed to get some fresh tires. I like that gamble.
As Yoshi falling back, he just got passed by the 7. Yoshi gets put in the wall by the 77. 77
That's the 77.
In the wall.
They keep it straight though.
Still green.
No caution.
As Stein in the 9 also hits the wall off 2. Very
you know the
testy
3 in
back
that
here.
one was like, what do I got to do to get a caution?
And as long as the 3 car is staying a lap down, if that weird scenario happens with the 77 or 38 winning, this would also help Stiff or the Biff. Speaking of Stiff, he's right behind the 3. So this could be for the free pass if another caution comes out.
And the 3 just hopes that he's in the lead. Because right now, Cowboys still leading over Asylum. Asylum is close. Asylum is trying everything he's got. The 12 is there. The 12 is watching all this happen. But guess who's also behind the 12? The 99. And guess who's behind the 99? The 7. The man that was holding off Cowboy pretty much the entirely of stage number 2.
Yeah, kind of ironic. Top 5. Asylum's obviously locked in. Cowboys, stage 2 winner. The 12 car, the substitute driver having a flu game-like scenario here in the elimination race. And then the 99-7, both of those drivers had contact entering pit road, resulting in the 7 losing time and almost losing a lap. So a lot of stories there with the top 5. Update on the 77, right behind the 22. Looks like
22 really
77 and
hasn't
10.
moved forward at all since the restart. Kind of just staying in the back. I would expect him to start charging up a little bit more. He had a great start to the race. Hasn't really shown that speed since.
Right now, the top 4 pulling away from 5th on back. However, the 7 car trying to recover from that early accident. Here's Group 2. I'll go on board with them really quick. The 34. Yoshi in that 6th spot. Nasformer, the lucky dog. And Stiff for the 5th, trying to get by that 3 to take over that spot. That would be for the 11th spot, if not for 10th. I think there's actually 9 cars on the lead lap. Pit stop still coming around here shortly.
Not
have at
many
least one
battles
more round.
going on around here. Everyone's staying calm. The top 5 really just kind of giving each other space here.
Top 3, however, separated by less than a half a second. It's only a matter of who has the better round of green flag stops that will occur later on. Seems like these 3 drivers have been flawless entering pit road. Though I think one driver definitely stands out from the rest, and that being the 12.
I mean, he was supposed to be here. Originally, it's supposed to be Billis. This right now, if you're looking for a new driver to pick for next season, that 12 car, showing his talents right there. Kobe has shown he can have the speed, finishing 2nd in stage 1, 2nd stage 2. Currently trying to challenge for the lead here today. Again, great showing from him. I am impressed of what I'm seeing from Kobe.
Have 53 to go. Again, everyone should be pitting around 25 to go. That would complete their pit road strategies for the remainder of the race. So right now, still the battle for 8th with the 22 and the 77. The battle for the free pass still going on with the 3 and the 44. And the top 3 still single file, 1, 2, 3. They've actually pulled away from Lyle a little bit throughout the last few laps.
Let's talk about Lyle, chat. He won the first race of the year at Daytona. Really has just been a contender for wins. Hasn't been able to cross that finish line first at all since Daytona, beginning of the year. You think next week he could have a good shot of winning?
I think he could. But again, it's just a matter of if he's in the right spot at the right time. Again, he had that win on a last lap pass. The guy who he ended up passing is the guy that's ended up getting passed for the white flag on multiple restrictor plate races, that being the 6. got passed at the first Daytona race, got passed at the first Talladega race. Right now, the 6 car just trying to hang on here and get some extra playoff points going into the final round of 8 that would eventually set the championship for.
As right now, the 12 and the 13, they have not really lost any ground. These cars are either at least help each other or they have a lot of speed that no one saw at the beginning of the runs earlier. Now challenging Cowboy right there for the lead off of turn 2. Silence, last week's winner, the biggest rival to Cowboy all season long. The battle these two guys have all race long. Some of the best battles we've seen all season continuing today in the story.
Battle for 5th. Yoshi racing to the inside of Not On My Screen. He completes the pass. The 3 car looking to follow and get away from the 44. He ends up getting by. That's going to bring the 44 in the 9 of Stein into the equation. So this is a 5 car pack right here. Now Stiff to the inside of the 7. 44 gets on by. Stein ends up taking the spot away from the 7 as well. So Stein will now jump to the 6th spot.
And again, from what we saw at the end of stage 2, you wouldn't have thought the 7 was going to have this struggling in stage 3. You would thought he was going to charge up and slowly get his way up to that top 3. But right now has been struggling so far in stage 3, sorry.
The 44 right behind the 3. Closest these two have been this run. Right now, the 44 in a safe spot. If this goes green the rest of the way, I would expect the 44 to advance. It's just a matter of who ends up winning the race for the 3. As Stiff hits the apron, Legend Johnson's substitute driver for the season, the 7, getting by the 9.
Had some struggles all day long, still struggling. I'm not sure what's with the 7 car. He had some strength in stage 1 and stage 2. Kind of lost it in stage 3. I hope he finds it, as we should be getting close to pit stops.
We'll get a lap update here, hopefully this time or next time by. There we go. We have 42 to go, so less than 20 laps away until green flag pit stops for the final time tonight. But we're watching the battle for the lucky dog, the 3 and the 44. This has big implications here, depending on if this stays green the rest of the way or not.
The 3 just wants his lap back. He wants to be racing with all these guys, and he just can't. He could have so much more points if he had on the lead lap, but right now, currently still one like that. The lucky dog, but that 44 is looking to pounce.
2 car of Glickson going down pit road. Glickson not on the lead lap. Meanwhile, the top 3 still single file. At this point, I think they're just working together to pull away from the field. One thing that we haven't really talked about is with next season. I heard the 6 car is still one of the free agents remaining. So I'm wondering what's going to happen with the 6 next season.
Well, while we were discussing my contract, I was in the room of some of the team owners, and there is still on the 31 owns a team, and if that team still has an open seat. I heard they were talking between 2 different drivers to get it in there. We're not sure. I believe one driver is still yet to be confirmed for Casey's team, which is the 66. Was the 16th team, their team. Those 2 seats I've yet to hear if they're confirmed or not. But I believe one of them was talked to be Cowboy.
Cowboys currently one of the biggest free agents remaining, currently leading the way. I expect the 6 car to be in the running for the championship in a few weeks from now. Again, we won't be racing next week, taking a bye week due to the 4th of July week and Money in the Bank. But Talladega will be on July 13th, if I'm not mistaken. I can look on the schedule.
Hendrick, just give me a big old yeet, because we all know who's going to be yeeting in May or May. We all know what's going to happen in May. It's going to be the yeet in the box.
I ain't going to guarantee it, but I wouldn't be shocked if
I want the yeet in the box. I want the yeet in the box, okay? But right now, who's yeeting is that 6 car is leading pretty much every single lap of this race.
Meanwhile,
which is crazy that
group,
he is not yet signed.
Stein has lost control of staying in that pack. The 3 car still hanging on to that lucky dog spot, and Lyle Chat's now in this group. Lyle currently in 4th. So it has basically become a 3-horse race unless if something happens. As Yoshi Racing looking to get back into the top 4.
Been struggling since...
Oh, 34 in.
Yoshi to pit road. Yoshi to pit road.
Final round of stops beginning. The window has opened, and Yoshi
the 6th
first
to pit
one
road,
in.
too. We missed the 6th pitting as well. Meaning that's going to be a
77
silence
in.
to pit road.
38 in.
A silence pit road this time by. That leaves Kobe out.
Nasformer in. Lyle stiff. They're side by side on the pit access road. Nas
I don't
gets
like
him
that.
in, but that was a questionable entry. It looked like the 3 car was a little bit faster going in.
It's going to be difficult, but guess what? The 12 stays out another lap.
Again, I feel like this 12 car is going to have the advantage. With the way this is going on, the 12 car, he's going to have that extra lap of fuel and a newer set of tires by just that 1 lap. We'll see with the 3 car here if he actually got a speeding penalty or not.
Here comes the 12.
So 12 car in, but let's just get confirmation real quick on the 3. 99's off. And the 3 car is off, no penalty.
The 6 will pass Asylums. So the Cowboy back to 2nd. Asylums
Again,
didn't
looks like
really
the
lose
gap
that much
almost
ground to him.
exact same, but let's see what happens with the 12 here. As that will put the 6 and 16 back on the lead lap. Go back to the 12. 12 cars off.
Cowboys entry turns 3 and 4. Onto the front stretch.
And Cowboys gets it.
Takes the lead back.
Silence to 2nd. 12 car 3rd. 12 car loses a little bit of time, but he's got the newer tires, so we'll see if the 12 car can run these 2 down.
That's the gap between 1 and 1st and 3rd. Now, the tire difference, is it going to help the 12? I told you this is going to be about I want to watch. The 12 versus the 6, and right now we might get it.
Another thing to watch, though, is that these 3 don't have each other's drafts, so it's going to be solely based on who's got the faster car. We'll get an update here at the line. We have 28 to go.
28 lap run, that is the difference. 28 laps, no more pit stops. That was the final one of the day, final one of the night, people. Again, Cowboy, regular season champion. Asylums, the most winningest driver this season. This 12, a replacement driver that locked in Billis tonight looking for a win.
Big loser on that round of pit stops is Lyle. He got passed by Yoshi, not on my screen, and now Stein. So Lyle has lost multiple positions on this round of green flag pit stops. However, Lyle doesn't have anything to lose. He's already locked in. As Stein hits the wall. In terms of the lucky dog battle, the 3 and the 44, about a half a second separating these two. The 3 car currently holds the lucky dog spot.
I've been on the 16 car. The gap really hasn't gotten bigger or smaller right now. Like they're putting down the same lap times, but that 12 car hasn't been moving either.
Yeah, if anything, I think the 12 car might have slightly gained on the 16. It's not as big as it was before, but it's not the pace that the 12 car wanted to have happen. We're down to 24 to go. Right now, with the way things are running, the 44 in the 7th seed and the 3 car in the 8th seed. As time is running out for a caution to happen. Everyone has separated themselves for the most part.
It's just pretty much all else separated. Not too many cars around here. Not many mistakes have been made today. One actual caution for an actual incident this race today. Not really, kind of odd. There's only one. But again, as we look around the gaps right now, we have a lap car in front of the 6th. Trying to figure out who that is. I think it's the 77.
No, that is the 2.
So the 2? Okay, 2 Blixen. Off the pace.
Something has to happen here for Material Zero in the 38 of Bauman to have a chance. Bauman not on the lead lap. Material Zero currently on the lead lap. As the 12 car, he's getting to the 16 in. And
they
Cowboys
could use each other to
is
get
trapped behind the 2. Big chance for the 12 to get some time here. Cowboys gets by, but the 12 does gain a little bit.
The 12 is going to get to the 16. We can guarantee that. The 12 is going to get to the 16. Does Asylum let the 12 by?
12 car overdrives it. Had a bad entry.
He needs to calm it down. He needs to play it calm. Hit your marks. Do what has gotten you to this point. Don't get more revs. Don't heat up the tires. Don't use the tires as more than you need to. That's what the 12 needs to be told. Hit your marks and you'll be fine.
Much better lap there for the 12. Didn't gain too much on the 6, but he is gained on the 16 and that lap down car. No other lap down cars nearby. We'll get an update here next time by on how many to go.
The 12 is there.
Gap between first and third, about 1.3 seconds. As here comes Kobe. 15 to go. We're on lap 186 of 200.
Kobe, I think right now what's going to happen is Kobe's going to work with Asylum. Because I think that's the best case. 2 cars is better than 1. When 2 cars are as equal as the 6, they will catch him eventually. Do they have enough time, though?
12 car gained a 10th on the leader, down to 1.2. Asylums is 1.1 back. Good turns there for all three. But the draft's going to give the 16 and the 12 another 10th.
The 12 has to be careful not to push the 16 too hard into the corner, though. They have to be memorized that they can't just shove.
Here they go out of 2. 16, 12 wasn't fully connected there. The gap just a second between the 6 and the 16.
The 6 needs to be hitting dime after dime. Make sure they're gaining as least as they can.
Down to 12 to go. Again, the gap's still that 1 second mark between first and second. The 12, 1.1 back.
11 to go.
If I'm the
The
12,
6 is-
when do you decide to push the panic button and get by the 16?
I think soon, because I think the 12 might have the car to get to the 6.
6 car makes a little mistake. That's going to cost him about a 10th. 10 to go. Gap is 9/10 of a second. 12 car giving a good shot. That might give him another 10th.
Coming to 9 to go. And if we're not close enough by 5 to go, I'm moving that 16.
Good push here. Another 10th down. We're down to 7/10 of a second between 1 and 2.
8 to go.
I'm noticing the 12 car isn't pushing the 16 on the front stretch, but the back stretch to 12 car is. That time he doesn't push him. 16 runs it not the best.
Coming to 7 to go.
16 gained another 10.
Asylums is about to be in draft territory.
He needs one more 10th to really have a chance of getting in that draft at the 6.
Coming to 6 to go. 6 laps to go, people.
Tires and fuel no longer a concern. However, the 12 car does have an extra lap on his 4 new tires.
The 6 needs to be perfect. He needs to drive perfect.
They should be in the draft.
5 to go.
So draft no longer a concern. It's just a matter of, can the 16 or 12 get by?
I think the 12 has the faster car here. If the 12 can get past the 16. 4 to go. 4 laps remaining. No one wants to see a caution.
16 starting to
16's
run it
getting
a little
high.
bit wider. But it's helping the 12 get to the 16 down the backstretch.
Three laps to go at the line.
Gap not really closing as fast as it was before.
If I'm the 12, I need to get past this 16. They're there. The gap is shrunk. 2 to go at the line.
The question is, can the 16 get to the back bumper of the 6, and will he do anything about it?
He's going to have a gray draft off the corner. Cowboys off the line. Here they enter. Great send into turn 3 and 4. This time by, we will see the white flag.
Last lap here at Dover, and last lap in the round. Cowboys trying to hang on.
He's been close back-to-back weeks. He could have won at Miami. He could have won at Michigan.
Out of turn
He
4.
won.
The 6 of Cowboys is going to hold them off. Win number 3 of the season for the 6 car.
I'm telling you, if the 12 got past the 16, I think he had something from the 6.
Nasformer in the 3 and 10th, Stiff for the 5th and 11th. They are both moving on to the round of 8. Material 0 with a 9th place finish. That will not be enough. Bauman in the 38. Top 12, he will not be moving on. The defending champ, Trippy Tricks, will not be advancing. And same goes with the 50 of INF. We'll go on ahead and get some of these drivers in here. We'll interview the top 3 and the last 2 drivers that end up moving on. So we'll go on ahead and get them in. So we will go on ahead and... Oh, there's a good reason. All right. So we'll go on ahead and start with the driver of the 3 who gets a top 10 today. However, the big news for him is that the 3 car will be moving on to the round of 8. He has scored enough points. So we'll go on ahead and interview him. Naz, make sure your audio is included.
Yep.
First off, congrats on moving on. I know this wasn't the best night for you. What was your mindset going into tonight?
Not to drive over my head when I heard that the 50 car wasn't racing. I knew the Bauman was too far back and not